Welcome back. A new home proposed for Siesta Key is facing some backlash from some locals who are worried it could restrict public access to the beach.
The property owner says he will need to put his driveway on a piece of property that beachgoers often use to reach the ocean. ABC 7's Adam Cellini spoke with the owner of this controversial piece of property.
Well, this is Siesta Key Public Beach Access 10, and it may look like a county park, but a property owner tells us it's actually a 60-foot right-of-way and one that residents are worried he will turn into a driveway. Victoria Ochoa manages these vacation rentals next to Public Beach Access 10, and this Facebook page opposing a proposed home from being built directly behind them.
So I just wanted to create that consciousness and help people understand if this happens, it's because we didn't put enough pressure on the county commissioners.
County staff is reviewing a petition from Sarasota native William Saba, who by court order owns all this property down to the shoreline, but only wants to build a personal home on this portion. Ochoa has attracted over 200 followers to her page in opposition. Her concerns are more for wildlife in the marshes, but also flood mitigation.
And if there's cement there, the water's going to flush right through into the key.
Saba is a real estate attorney with over 50 years of experience in the area. He declined an interview but did explain his other intention to build a driveway through part of the beach access path, leaving the other half open. He says he has no intentions of restricting public use of the walkway.
It's a public access. It's a park.
As for the environment, Saba says he plans to properly replace invasive plants like the Australian pines running rampant next door, but Ochoa fears his presence will spark another invasion.
The big problem is that once this building gets the go, all of the property owners that have lots on the marshes, they will build.
On Siesta Key, Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Well, it could take months before county staff make their final recommendations about the proposed property to Sarasota County commissioners, who will then have the final say on that proposed project.
A suspicious package in a trash can closes a Venice park this afternoon. That package was found at the Legacy Trail Park in Venice near the train depot. Venice police responded and quickly called in the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office bomb squad. After about 2 hours of investigating, that package was found to be just trash that was wrapped up in plastic. Police say the way it was wrapped was what initially concerned them. And a suspicious package also found in Manatee County today. Bradenton police say they got a call around 10 o'clock this morning about a box on the DeSoto Bridge with a suspicious device inside. Police shut down the bridge in both directions while they investigated. The bridge reopened around 10:30 after police found nothing suspicious.
New details tonight on the 19-year-old accused of shooting a student at a high school in Ocala last Friday. A police report confirms that Sky Boucher was on the Federal Bureau of Investigation's radar as early as 2013. The FBI says Boucher watched a YouTube video of the Columbine school shooting and posted several comments, including a threat to open fire at his middle school. One comment saying, quote, "I'm thinking about doing my school the same way. I have enough guns and ammo." But investigators concluded there was no specific threats, so no criminal charges were ever filed. The man believed to be one of the most elusive serial killers in American history, known as the Golden State Killer, facing a judge for the first time today. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez is in Los Angeles with more on today's hearing and what we're now learning about how the suspect was caught more than 40 years after that killing spree began.
Alleges 2 counts of murder.
Joseph DeAngelo in court facing 2 murder charges and the likelihood of more. Accused of a dozen murders, some 50 rapes, and more than 100 burglaries in California in the 1970s and 80s.
Are you sure you have the right man?
100%.
The newly retired lead investigator on the case explaining how his team finally cracked the cold case using a free public DNA and genealogy website called GEDmatch, saying they used crime scene DNA to track the so-called Golden State Killer's lineage and trace his relatives, then cross-reference that with people who moved to California at the time of the crimes.
If the person has enough of the boxes checked, that's when you go and decide, I'm going to get a direct DNA sample.
He says investigators then staked DeAngelo out, collecting his DNA from a piece of garbage, and got a match, arresting the unsuspecting 72-year-old at his Sacramento home Tuesday.
He outsmarted everybody for 40 years.
His family stunned by the accusations against the former police officer and Vietnam veteran.
It's just kind of such a shock. You don't know how to react. All these emotions are just too much.
And we're now hearing from the public defender representing DeAngelo. She's accusing the sheriff's office of thwarting her efforts to speak to him. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, privacy concerns are now being raised over investigators' use of a Florida-based genealogical website. GEDmatch is the same site that investigators used to identify and later arrest Joseph DeAngelo, as we just heard, the accused Golden State Killer. The Maryland Public Defender's Office says while it may have led to at least one arrest, it pinpoints a problem. There aren't strong privacy laws to keep police from trolling such databases, and people who submit DNA results from commercial testers to the website to find their ancestors can unwittingly become genetic informants on family members.
Some Sarasota business owners teaming up today to promote their businesses. Mowers Inc. off Clark Road, Sarasota, hosting its 7th annual open house with an offer that if you buy a mower, you can get a gift certificate for a gun at Shark Coast Tactical. Now, Mowers Inc. also giving away more than $15,000 worth of products. The owner of the company says he hopes this will boost business for both companies.
We team up with local businesses, one of them being Shark Coast Tactical. We decided, if someone comes in, purchases a lawnmower, we'd give them a gift certificate to their business, help them out as well.
So again, if you choose to use that gift certificate for a free gun, you must pass a background check. Well, it won't be long before the rains will be here and we'll be mowing our grass every week.
Yes.
But not yet.
Not
quite.
Not
yet. And we've got a great weekend coming up. Here's Bob with more on that.
Yeah, we are going to see summer-like conditions next week. Temperatures approaching 90, higher humidity around, and it will feel like it, but the afternoon storms will be void. We won't have any rainfall in the afternoons next week to cool us down. I look forward to those. Casey Key webcam, beautiful conditions out there. This was at 2 o'clock this afternoon. We'll put it into motion and show you the time lapse. Some cloudiness moving from the northwest to the south, and then some from the west. We have the higher clouds moving from the west to the east, but it's going to be a beautiful sunset tonight. A lot of rain down to our south associated with that front. 79 degrees right now, and the dew point temperature is 67. Winds out of the west-northwest at 14. The humidity comfortable, 66%, and the pressure now 2985. That has fallen a little bit over the past 24 hours, but we're going to continue to see this west to northwesterly wind flow, which will usher in some very dry air. Now, it won't be all that cool to start things off tomorrow morning, but Sunday morning down in the low 60s. Should be quite nice then. Tonight, look for fair skies. You saw that rain from Fort Myers southward down into the Keys. That's going to stay there. It's not coming back here anytime soon. We'll have more in the forecast in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. An update now on a story you've been following on Venice Parks. The Venice City Council agreeing this week on a path forward for a new parks deal with Sarasota County. The two governments are working to split up responsibilities for several parks, including the sports fields of Wellfield and Chuck Ryder parks. Council members had to agree on which parks to take over from Sarasota County and which ones to give to the county. Now the agreement will go to Sarasota County commissioners for their approval.
A busy weekend ahead here on the Suncoast, starting with the 2018 Venetian Cup Regatta in Venice. The races will kick off tomorrow on Roberts Bay and just outside of the Venice Inlet on the Gulf of Mexico. Heigl Marine Park will be closed during that event and will reopen after 5 o'clock tomorrow. The first race will start at 10 a.m. in Roberts Bay. You can watch the races from shore on Venice Beach and also along the South Jetty.
Still a little bit more than 24 hours away, but some people are already setting up their chairs and getting ready for the annual DeSoto Grand Parade in Bradenton. Tens of thousands of people will line the streets of Manatee Avenue tomorrow night to watch the 150 floats in this year's lineup. The newly crowned DeSoto Queen and Princess will also make an appearance. Beads, coins, other fun items like candy will be tossed to the crowd throughout the night. The parade will start at Manatee High School at 6:30, so get there early to get the best possible view of an annual event that is really popular.
Yeah, and it's always so cool to see all of those floats. That's one of my favorite parts of those types of events.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, musical memory. What a new study of Alzheimer's disease patients found when caregivers play music.
And breaking down the Alzheimer's stigma, how experts say you can help reduce patient discrimination.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you could buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. And right now, you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $219 a month or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? Well, now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
For loved ones suffering from dementia, can music offer another way to connect? ABC's Tara Palmieri has more on how music is increasing brain activity in Alzheimer's patients.
The families of 5 million patients suffering from Alzheimer's in the United States struggle to reach a loved one they once knew. Sometimes music can offer a way in. Using songs they love has been an active area of research among Alzheimer's experts, a potential therapeutic option. But why? Researchers at the University of Utah released a new study today that may offer some early insight. The group recruited 17 patients with Alzheimer's and worked with caregivers over 3 weeks to develop a personalized music program. With their own playlist, they clipped recognizable 20-second segments from the music. Then, using functional MRI imaging, they studied how playing these music segments forwards and backwards changed the signals in the brain, compared to what happened in total silence. Their findings? The music activated different areas of the brain and increased the signals between networks. How this affects the patient's memory and cognition is still unknown. Is the impact temporary or permanent? How long does the music exposure need to be? This sample is small, and more research is needed for families that want to reach their loved ones. With this Medical Minute, I'm ABC's Tara Palmieri.
And with nearly 12,000 people living with Alzheimer's in the Sarasota area, it's important to recognize the stigma many people with the disease face. The fear of discrimination sometimes prevents them from getting the help they really need. Here are 4 tips that experts recommend to beat that stigma. Be open and direct by discussing your needs and learning more about your options. Share what you learned to dispel misconceptions. And caregivers or those in the early stages should consider joining a support group to build a strong social network. Finally, don't be discouraged. The more support you have, the less likely you are to feel alone in the fight.
Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. The northbound lanes of I-75 are backed up this evening right around the exit at University Parkway. So keep that in mind if you have any evening plans on this Friday. Bob?
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, lots going on this weekend, and it looks like the weather's going to cooperate. For the most part, it'll be a little bit breezy at times out on the waters. So I know we have the regatta going on, and a lot's going on as far as the Sister Keys. The cleanup, Sarasota Bay Watch is doing their cleanup tomorrow morning at the Sister Keys, which is always a wonderful event to clean up the keys there in Sarasota Bay. Beautiful weather at Lakewood Ranch, and the weekend should be really nice. It will be kind of cool on Sunday morning, too. It should be nice. Enjoy that while it lasts. A bit breezy, as I mentioned, at times, not the entire day. And then get ready for the warm-up for next week. Temperatures approaching 90 degrees, I think, each and every day from Monday up until Friday. Well, a weak frontal system, a very weak one at that, is making its way through west central Florida right now. It's running into some moisture down to our south. I think that's going to stay down to our south. In fact, the showers down near Fort Myers are weakening. The heavy rain still along the east coast from Fort Pierce southward all the way down into the Florida Keys and into Cuba right now. All that kind of streaming off to the east. And again, there's no advancement toward the north, so our night is going to be really clear here, I think. And that heavy weather continues to be near West Palm Beach, but nothing going on in DeSoto, Hardy, Manatee, or Sarasota counties at this time. All is fairly quiet. And the current conditions: sunshine, 79, and the relative humidity, nice, 66%. The pressure is still relatively low, but that will be rising throughout the weekend. Well, the rain stays down to our south throughout the morning tomorrow. This is at 5 a.m. Still some heavy weather. If you're heading to the Keys over the weekend, you'll see some showers and clouds to start the day off. But then things will improve throughout the midday on Saturday for the entire state. We look to see sunshine throughout the afternoon and evening. And in fact, it's going to stay pretty quiet here. It looks like right on in through Sunday, Monday, and into Tuesday of next week. A low pressure area that brought us that weak front is now up in the northeast. Quiet weather here. This is that high pressure ridge which is suppressing all the clouds. That's going to build right in over the top of us over the upcoming days. Now, the satellite and radar picture again showing some showers down to our south along Maine into Vermont, New Hampshire, and even into Connecticut, getting some rainfall there. Kind of a cloudy, gray day throughout New York. Well, here's what happens. The front continues to march to the south and east, and then it pulls up stationary just south again of our area, then eventually it fades away. We'll see this high pressure building in, rather large one, and it will expand throughout the week, and we'll get that east wind, which always has a tendency to warm us up here. Highs will be about 5 to 8 degrees above average. Well, the forecast model agrees with that too. We'll see that blue and green go away, and watch this yellow and red, which is the temperatures well above average, march off toward the east and southeast. On Wednesday, you can see that the heat wave really hot out west in Texas. They'll be up to near 100 there. We'll be approaching 90 each and every afternoon, Wednesday, Thursday, and even into Friday. There is a weak frontal system expected to come down, looks like late Saturday and into Sunday, which may cool things down just a little bit. We'll see how that plays out. But the European forecast model, I want to show you this long-range model again, showing just a little, maybe a line of low pressure developing. You can see a little bit of an indication there with winds approaching 30 miles an hour. A little too early for hurricane season, obviously, but there's always a possibility. We had one last year pop up in April, mid-April. We had the first named storm. A bit breezy for boaters. We'll start off with northwest winds, and then they'll switch around to the north. They'll subside somewhat in the afternoon, and mid-afternoon they'll pick up late in the afternoon. Here's the extended forecast. 79 for a high on Saturday. That's not bad. That's a little bit below average. We start off cool on Sunday at 62, then we warm up into the mid-80s. And then look at this, upper 80s, and I said there'll be some 90s around east of the interstate all the way through Friday of next week, and low temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. The only thing missing will be the afternoon and evening thunderstorms, but it will be humid too, as those winds will be coming around from the east and southeast to really warm us up. Well, didn't get a chance to go fishing, but there was a big deal going on out in the waters yesterday. In fact, 31 reef balls were dropped down about 7 miles offshore, and that was at the M2 Reef, which is now known as the Tom Wallen Reef. And that Tom Wallen Reef is a memorial reef. He passed away in 2006 due to cancer, and his son, Brett, who owns Walt's Fish Market, was out there, and these reefs cost $70,000. And again, this was happening yesterday. They have a big benefit coming up that raises the money each and every year for this. They've been doing this for the past, ever since 2006. And that benefit is at Walt's. It's May 20th, and it goes from noon until 6 o'clock. So come on out there and help them out. It sustains the fishery. There's Brett right there with a big redfish. He's a heck of an angler and also a commercial fisherman. This is the 100-year anniversary, by the way. They've been doing it since 1918, his great-grandfather. Well, here's an interesting fish. This is a snook. It's a big snook, 36 inches, but it was caught in a retention pond. Mitchell catching that fish right there. That retention pond, I checked on the map. He sent me a map of it. It's about 3,000 feet away from the Manatee River, or at least some of the inlets. So more than likely, and I talked to marine scientist, again, Nate Brennan, he said that it could have gotten through one of the drainage areas during high tide, and it just grew real big there. Captain Scott Moore, this is one caught in the bay. This is, he sent this in of his grandson, Cortland Hunt. He is going to be a heck of an angler, as he is already, and he just gets better and better. Lunker bass, so this is not a lunker bass. I wanted to show you that there was a bass picture. This is a kingfish caught by Captain Johnny Long on his boat right there. Some big kingfish, 41-inch on the right. That's a huge king. Again, that was the Long Ranger. And then Captain Rick Grassett on tight lines with his customer there, catching a nice trout. He released that trout. They are spawning right now, and this one had a lot of babies, he said, and lived to see another day, and a lot more babies and a lot more trout for Sarasota Bay. So a lot of fishing going on right now. Water temperature is pretty nice, 78 degrees. And as I mentioned, Sarasota Bay Watch will be doing their big cleanup for the Sister Keys tomorrow. They've already got a lot of people there to do it, and they just go there, and a lot of volunteers helping out, so it should be a good day for that.
Appreciate them doing that for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Bob.
Well, here is a sign that higher salaries may be on the way. The U.S. Labor Department says over the last 3 months there's been a 1% increase for workers at businesses run by private groups or individuals compared to last year. That's the biggest increase since the first quarter of 2007, before the Great Recession. The unemployment rate is also at a 17-year low.
A heads up for Amazon Prime members tonight. Amazon is raising the price of its annual Prime membership fee to $119 a year. That's up from $99 you pay now. New Prime members will be charged the higher price starting May 11th and will apply to renewals of existing memberships starting on June 16th.
Movie buffs, listen up. AMC Theaters is offering $5 movie tickets on Tuesdays. Anyone who signs up for its free AMC Stubs membership program can get that discount, which is nearly half off of the price of an average ticket. The program also has other perks like free popcorn refills and the waiving of some online ticketing fees. You can sign up for those cheap tickets at AMC Sarasota 12 or AMC Bradenton 20.
Your chocolate and soda habits may soon cost you more. Coke says shipping costs in North America have risen 20% from a year ago. And for Hershey, it's cocoa prices. Cocoa is up more than 40% over the past year, and that could cut into the company's profits. Cereal and soup could also be more expensive by the end of the year. Paper and cleaning products are also costing more to make.
Interesting. Well, stay with us. Entertainment news is coming up next.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in a car accident, the state of Florida only gives you a specific amount of time to file a claim. So act now, give us a call.
Get to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota for big savings during the spring sales event. Get KBV's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $23,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota today.
Hi, I'm Holly Robinson Pete.
And I'm Rodney Pete. And after 16 years in the NFL, it came as no surprise that knee surgery might be in my future.
And when the doctor said Rodney needed to lose weight before surgery, we knew that Lipozene could help him lose 4 times more weight. It's America's #1 weight loss supplement.
I've already lost 30 pounds and 4 pant sizes. I didn't need a prescription or meal plan.
I've lost 10 pounds, I have more energy, more stamina.
We eat our favorite foods and still lose 4 times more weight.
I'm very impressed with Rodney's weight loss. His blood pressure and cholesterol have really improved. I recommend Lipozene because it's made from the rare konjac root, which contains glucomannan, a very safe and effective weight loss supplement.
Lipozene has no harmful side effects. No caffeine, no jitters, no counting calories.
No cleanses.
No starved diets.
No boot camps.
Nothing in your lifestyle needs to change. Just add Lipozene.
In a clinical study, people were not asked to change their lifestyle and simply add Lipozene. As a result, they lost not just twice the weight, not 3 times, but they lost 4 times more weight just by adding Lipozene. And 78% of that weight loss was fat, not water, but fat.
Rodney and I guarantee that you will lose weight or your money back.
Can we say that?
Yep, guaranteed, or your money back. So get Lipazine and lose 4 times more weight.
Now you can lose 4 times more weight. Just add Lipazine for only $29.95. Call right now and we'll double your order for free and ship it free too. And for a limited time, we'll double the size of each bottle for free. So now you have 4 times the Lipazine for just $29.95. Plus, you'll get Metabo Up Plus to help boost your energy and metabolism. But you must call. Call 800-379-2824, 800-379-2824, 800-379-2824.
Even before Avengers: Infinity War opened up in U.S. theaters, it was already breaking records.
Yeah, the superhero stuffed movie is off to a super start, racking up in more than $95 million already in 43 foreign countries. The latest in the Marvel franchise, already setting marks for the biggest opening day ever in South Korea, Philippines, Thailand, and Hollywood is watching to see if it can smash the opening domestic weekend box office record. That's currently held by Star Wars: The Force Awakens. That film opened to $248 million in sales back in December of 2015. In the wake of Bill Cosby's sex assault conviction, Bounce TV says it will no longer air reruns of The Cosby Show. The channel, which bills itself as the first African-American broadcast network, started airing the NBC sitcom back in 2016 after many outlets had already stopped showing the reruns. The show, however, can still be seen streaming on Amazon Prime.
For the first time in 35 years, the members of ABBA say they have recorded new material. The Swedish pop supergroup has recorded 2 new songs, including one entitled I Still Have Faith in You. ABBA had big hits in the 70s, including Waterloo and Dancing Queen, before splitting up in 1982. The members then reunited to plan a virtual tour featuring digital avatars and then decided to go back into the studio. I always loved Dancing Queen when I was growing up.
Oh, their music is awesome. So to have some new music,
looking forward to it.
That's gonna be cool.
It'll be great.
We'll be right back with more news.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG, and Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $239 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5.